just want something pretty full coverage today, so I'm going to be using the Charlotte Tilbury Radiant Concealer, which I always use since it's perfect for the under eyes. Then I'm going to use my favorite Clio Glow Cushion in the number 21 Neutral. I love Korean cushion foundations because they are so easy, especially when you're in a rush. The foundation is already in the cushion packed, so it's also super handy to just take it to go. So that is it for my base makeup. I like to still make my skin kind of glow from underneath. And I totally forgot to put my primer, but that's okay. We're gonna go ahead and skip that for today. My favorite 정샘물 cushion blush. Now, first of all, I love cushion, as I just said, but this one comes in a blush form, which is pretty crazy. And you just pat, pat, pat. It comes with a little tiny puff, and just apply it on your skin. And I especially like this on days where I really just want that youthful glow and kind of that watercolor like blush, rather than a blush that looks powdery and cakey. And the pigment actually is really good on this. So yeah, that's the blush. And you can kind of see that it gives a little bit of that shine as well. Next, I'm going to go in with my contour. This is the Chic Glam Contour in the color Soft Tan. So I just put a little bit of contour on it, and then I just buff it out with a little bit of a brush. I also like to put just a little bit on my nose as well, to just do a little bit of a nose contour. I use a denser brush to kind of get into the lines of my nose. Hey, I'm going to be taking a lot of pictures, so I'm also going to be topping it off with a little bit of bronzer to kind of bring a little color back into my skin. I usually only stick to bronzers in the summer, but you know, on days that I do a lot of photography, I think it's kind of nice to top off your contour with a little bit of bronzer to give a little bit of a dimension into your face. Brows, I use two products. Not really two, but this one's a little bit more of a reddish brown, which my color now isn't really brown, like reddish brown anymore. It's more closer to black. So I like to use kind of a dark brown powder to first line and kind of buff my brows a little bit. Like that, like some of the bald spots. I've gotten my brows done twice in the US. And one time was even from a, Korean person. But I don't know, I just heard that the techniques are so much better in Korea. So I'm quite excited to just try and see how it's gonna look like. Go straight into my highlighting powder to kind of finish off my face makeup. This is the Clio Prism. You can see how beautiful it looks. I love this. I'm gonna go ahead and put it on the high points of my face. Like my cheekbones. That area, and then a little bit of my brow bone as well. A little bit on my Cupid's bow. Gonna just give a little bit more dimension. Today I want to go for like a rose gold cherry blossom look. So I'm gonna be using the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk eyeshadow. This eyeshadow I think was one of my first purchases for my part-time job back in college. So this baby has been with me forever, and it works so well. It's beautiful. It has lasted me so long. We're gonna go in with our pink shade and put it all over my lids first. I also like to go in with a little bit of a darker brown, like this top shade, and just the tiniest bit on the outer corner. You don't want to do too much, otherwise the whole eyeshadow becomes dark. But since I have monolids, I like to give a little bit of that dimension into my eyes. And then this shade is like a champagne-y white shade. Actually, it's more ivory. It's like a champagne ivory shade. I like to put this, the Koreans call it aegyosal, but like in the inner corners and under my eyes to give a little bit of that youthful, plump look. It's waterproof, it's gonna be perfect for those long. Okay, so I am using my favorite lashes ever. These are kind of like anime style lashes because they flare out, and I had to put one on my left eye. And the only glue I use is the duo glue, especially the blue or the green one. They work so well and they last all day. I'm kind of, every time I go to a wedding or I just know I'm gonna cry or be sweaty, I always use this one. It has never ever failed me. I use this for pretty much anything, and I got this on sale, and my best friend told me that this is her go-to mascara, and I had to try it out for myself, and I agree, it's really great for straight lashes like me. I'm just gonna keep it natural with my favorite color, GRWM 15 in Satisfied Fig. This is my favorite lip tint. These are amazing because they last all day. Just blend it out like that. And then there we go. That's my final look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it felt rushed, but I'll see you in the next one.